Hey, I'm Jen, and this is what you need to know about the latest updates for the UK travel regulations. Now, those who caught our last video will hopefully know that we have been patiently waiting for a date for when the PCR tests will be replaced with a cheaper lateral flow test. We have the date, it is the 24th of October. Now, basically what is happening is that PCR test that you used to have to take on the second day once you got home is going to be replaced with a cheaper lateral flow test. When we say cheaper, we mean quite significantly cheaper. Basically, that PCR test used to cost about £75 per person. Lateral flow tests cost about £20 to £50, depending on which vendor you choose to go with. Now, the government is planning on releasing a full supplier list on the 22nd. Check that out, it should be on their website. As soon as we have a link to that, we'll make sure to add it into the video so you can check that out too. Now, it's also really important just to mention that this only applies to those who are fully vaccinated and not travelling from a red listed country. The other thing that we really have to mention is that the free NHS tests that you can get don't work for this, unfortunately, so please don't try to use those. One question we've had quite a lot is what happens to those who are travelling with under 18s? Well, it's a little bit confusing, so hopefully I can help kind of smooth this out a little bit. Basically, it depends on the age of the person and where they permanently reside. So looking at this from a UK perspective, anyone who is under the age of 18 and permanently lives within the UK does not have to quarantine once they get back, no matter what their vaccination status. Those who are under the age of 4 do not have to do any COVID-19 testing whatsoever, and those aged between 5 and 17 only need to do the second day test once they get back. The other bit of good news that came out last week was about America. As of the 8th of November, people from the UK will once again be able to pop over to the States for a visit. Now, this doesn't actually come with a few rules and regulations, which we fully expected. This only applies to those who are fully vaccinated with a WHO or FDA-approved vaccination. Check those out on their website, they'll have a full list of those. You also need to be able to prove that you have a negative COVID-19 test within 72 hours before boarding a flight. Now, they haven't said what type of test it is. Make sure to double check the website before booking any flights just to make sure you have got the right one in place. The other thing we wanted to mention is the ESTA visa. If you are planning on popping back over to America, please make sure you have this visa in place. It's about $14 and it will last you for 2 years. You need to have that, otherwise you won't be able to get into the country. And finally, for those who are not vaccinated or haven't been able to get both of the shots, we just wanted to give a little update on what's different for you. Unfortunately, these rules still stay the same, so you will have to do the PCR test before you depart. You also need to do one on days 2 and 8 once you get home. You will have to self-isolate for 10 days. Now, if you're in England, you can cut that down to 5 with the government's test to release scheme, and you will also need to fill in a passenger locator form, which you can find on the government's website before you get back home. Those are the main things we wanted to cover today. If there's anything else you'd like us to check out or any other questions that you have, pop them in the comments section below, hit reply, let us know basically, and we'll do our best to get back to you as soon as possible. Until next time.